There is an old Italian proverb: little children, headache; big children, heartache. How true it is. When children are small, their noise, their questions, their demands overwhelm the house. Parents sigh, laugh, complain, and yet secretly rejoice in that chaos. But when those children grow, spread their wings, and leave for distant cities, the headache is gone, and the heartache arrives. When children leave, the house itself changes character. Once it was a theater of life, filled with noise and laughter. Now, it becomes a stage, abandoned by its actors. A mother enters her son's room. The bed is neatly made, untouched. On the shelf, a few books lean tiredly against one another. A jacket still hangs on the chair, as if waiting for its owner. The room feels like a photograph, frozen in time, filled with presence and absence at once. A father sets the table for dinner. 2 plates, 2 sets of silverware. The third chair, the fourth, remain empty. He remembers when the table was too small for the noise of his children, when laughter spilled like wine across the tablecloth. Now the silence is thick enough to chew. As Seneca once said, the presence of silence often proves the absence of joy. Parents discover that the loudest sound in the world is not a scream, but the silence of a child's absence. Love is woven of 2 threads, pride and pain. Parents beam with joy when their children succeed. They show neighbors photographs, speak proudly of diplomas, promotions, and weddings. Their eyes shine like lanterns in the dark. But lanterns burn by consuming themselves. Behind every glow of pride lies the quiet burn of solitude. Each achievement takes their children further away. The job in another city, the scholarship abroad, the marriage that binds them to another home. As Mark Twain observed, when a child leaves the home, he leaves behind his mother's heart in every room. That is the paradox. Success and separation intertwined. Joy and sorrow inseparable. Parents live with memories as their closest companions. They carry them like relics, both sacred and painful. A mother, folding laundry, finds a small t-shirt hidden at the bottom of a drawer. She presses it to her face, inhales the ghost of her child's childhood. A father, cleaning the attic, discovers an old school project, clumsy handwriting spelling, "I love you, Dad." He smiles, but the smile is heavy. Memories are like perfumes, sweet, intoxicating, but also piercing. They comfort, yet they wound. As Marcel Proust wrote, remembrance of things past is not necessarily the remembrance of things as they were. Psychologists call it empty nest syndrome. But such a phrase cannot capture the poetry of pain. A mother wakes at dawn, as she always did, ready to cook breakfast. But the kitchen is silent. She still sets out too many bowls, then quietly puts them back. A father, once the guardian of homework and curfews, finds himself without an audience. His advice unspoken, his wisdom unused. They ask themselves, am I still needed? Do my children still think of me? What is my purpose now, beyond waiting? As Rousseau once said, to love is to give oneself away. Parents gave themselves so fully that when their children leave, they are left wondering, what remains of me when what I gave is gone? Parents are masters of concealment. They hide their sorrow beneath smiles so their children need not feel guilty. On video calls, they laugh. They say, "Don't worry about us. Focus on your work, we are fine." But when the call ends, they sit a little longer with the phone in hand, staring at the black screen, as if waiting for it to light up again. They are like lighthouses, lonely, silent, often unseen. Yet their beams never falter. Their love is a current that flows outward, never inward. Contrary to what children imagine, Parents do not crave riches or repayment. They do not count the years of sacrifice like debts waiting to be settled. What they long for is simple, fragile, profound presence. A call at night, not for news, but for love. A text message saying, "I miss you, Mom." A weekend visit that fills the house with footsteps again. As Emerson wrote, "Men are what their mothers made them." To honor them is not with grand gestures, but with remembrance. For to be remembered is to be alive in someone's heart. Time is merciless. Parents who wait today may not wait tomorrow. One day, the chairs they occupy will be empty forever. The gate will open, but no one will stand there. The phone will ring, but no one will answer. Children, remember this. Your parents' home is still your truest home. The kitchen remembers your laughter. The walls remember your footsteps. The garden remembers your voice. And most of all, your parents' hearts remember every fragment of you. Do not let busyness steal what love demands. Call them. Visit them. Hold them. As Mitch Albom wrote, "When you look into your mother's eyes, you know that is the purest love you can find on this earth." Go home, not just in body but in spirit. Because no matter how far you travel, no matter how high you rise, the truest embrace you will ever find is still the one that waited for you from the very beginning. The embrace of your parents. And if these words touched your heart, if they reminded you of the place you long to return to, then let's walk this journey together. Subscribe to our channel, so every story, every memory, every moment of home will always be with you.